To create a graph for your science fair project, go into Mrs. Keir's Google Classroom, click on this link, and it will open up this file that gives you directions on exactly what to do. Once you're in here, what you're going to do is open up Microsoft Excel. So come down here to the bottom of your screen, click here, and start typing the word Excel. It will pop up. Open Excel, choose blank workbook, then switch it back over here to Google Drive and find where your data sheet is. So go into your science fair projects or whatever and find where your data sheet is. Copy your data sheet and then go back over to Excel and paste it. The one thing you need to remember is these numbers here in the middle need to just be numbers. So if you had like the word centimeters or something in there, that won't work when you graph. What you'll have to do is click on the cell and then backspace that out and go to the next cell and backspace it out. So all you want in here is numbers. We'll add what the measurement is, the label for the measurement, when we make the graph. The next step then is to highlight your data table, go up to Insert, and choose the kind of graph you want. Most of you will use a bar graph, and if you look next to it, there's a little drop-down arrow, and you can choose different types. I like the 3D bar graph. And then from there, you're going to choose Move the Chart to a new sheet, so it's all on its own page of paper. There we go. From here, all you need to do is just kind of make it look nice. Make sure the colors go with your trifold, and all of your data is on there. For the chart, if you want to make this a bigger font or anything, you just change these menus up here. See, design and format is where you're going to be for most of the time. But if you go to home, I can choose to make it bigger. I can choose to make it bold. I can choose to make it a different color. Let's say I'm going to do green. Okay, all of that. Then if I want to change any of these, when I click on one of my blue bars, do you see that all of the bars are highlighted? If I actually double click, it opens up this window over here. So now I'm going to click on my orange series. I'm going to click on the paint bucket and go to fill. And let's say this orange just really doesn't go with what I have planned. So I'm going to do blue there. And for the blue series, I'm going to do maybe green there to match my other color. All right, and then I have my legend should already be made here, but maybe I need to make my legend a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go back over to home and make it like 12-point font. Now I have a chart title, I have my legend, I have my data graphed, I have my axes are labeled, but now I need the actual labels because I see that these are numbers, but I don't know what those numbers represent. So I'm going to go back over here to design, and up here where it says add chart element, I'm going to add axes titles. So I'm going to add the vertical title, which is here. I'm going to double click in here and get rid of what it says, and this is going to be centimeters. So I labeled it growth in centimeters. So then I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to go back here. I'm going to make this bigger because you can't see it. And bold. Okay. Now I'm going to add my horizontal axis labels. This is just days. Make that bold, make it a little bit bigger too. All right, so I have my legend, I have my chart title. So this is going to be, the chart title is going to be net growth. So I have my plants, what days I measured them. I'm measuring them in centimeters, and the green are the ones without water, and the blue are the ones, or I'm sorry, let's change that because that doesn't make sense. I'm going to make my green ones to be the ones with water. It looks like that. And the no water ones are going to be the green ones. There we go. So once my graph is all exactly the way I want it, everything looks good, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File. First thing you should have already done was we're going to save it. And we're going to save it on this PC in the Documents folder and just name it, your name and graph. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do is export. So we're going to go to File, go to Export, PDF. This is going to export just the graph as a PDF file. It should automatically put it in that Documents folder, just like we had before. Click Publish. And what will happen is it opens up your PDF reader, and there is your actual graph. It's a full sheet of paper, and it's all ready to be turned in. So I'm just going to close that out. I'm going to close out of Excel. And I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom now. And I'm going to go Open. I'm going to add a file. Select the file from my computer. I'm going to go up here and look in the Documents folder where I saved it. There's my graph, and I want the PDF one, so make sure it says PDF. And then click Open. Upload. Take a minute for it to upload. Here we go. Okay, got it. And now we have to click Turn It In to finish turning it in. So now my graph is turned in to Mrs. Keir, and she can print it in color for me, and it looks nice. And that's all you need to do to create a graph for your science fair project. Good luck.